Hello everyone, and thank you for joining today's True Trading webinar. I'm excited to be here with you. My name is 𝗪𝗲𝗯𝗶𝗵 from Traders United. First, a disclaimer. Please take the time to read important rules for webinar attendees. These are known as webinar house rules. Let me start by sharing a little information about myself. I am a certified Elliott Wave analyst, having earned my level 1 certification back in the year 2012 with a score of 93%. This certification deepened my understanding of market behavior, especially through the lens of Elliott Wave theory. In addition to my work as an analyst, I'm also an author and educator. I wrote Introduction to Elliott Wave Theory, a book designed to help traders like you build a strong foundation in understanding the intricate structure of market waves. But my expertise does not stop at Elliott Wave. Over the years, I have expanded my knowledge into broader market analysis, diving deep into market trends, chart patterns, and price action strategies. So whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader, I aim to provide you with valuable insights that will help you navigate and succeed in Forex market. With that, let's dive into today's session. These are the main topics that we are going to cover inside today's webinar. Okay, previous week macroeconomic events and data release. Basically, these are based on fundamental analysis. Last week we got the consumer price index, the CPI, and the FOMC meeting was related to the United States dollar. Now let me talk a little bit about what is FOMC and what is CPI. Well, FOMC minutes is a detailed record of the Federal Open Market Committee's FOMC meeting, released 3 weeks after the actual meeting. It provides insights into the discussion's economic outlook and reasoning behind the Federal Reserve's Fed monetary policy decisions. Now, a hawkish tone is generally bullish for the US dollar, meaning it weakens the Euro USD in this case, and a dovish tone is generally bearish for the US dollar, meaning it strengthens the US dollar, Euro USD in this case. The FOMC meeting revealed that Federal Reserve officials are adopting a cautious stance, indicating a reluctance to reduce interest rate, okay, in near term. So this approach is influenced by persistent inflationary pressures and uncertainties surrounding economic policies, particularly those related to trade and immigration under President Donald Trump's administration. Now, the FOMC minutes from February 19th, 2025 had a dovish tone, and the key takeaways is the Fed showed reluctance to increase interest rates in the near term. The FOMC minutes decided to hold interest rates steady at 4.5 to 4.5%. The actual market interest rate within that range is 4.23% as of mid-February 2025. So given the dovish tone of the FOMC minutes, we expect a weaker US dollar in the near term. So overall, I expect euro dollar currency pair to rise. Now let's talk about the CPI, the consumer for the Canada. So it's directly related to US dollar versus Canadian dollar currency pair. So what is CAD CPI? Well, CPI is basically is the change in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers. And the data that we got is the forecast was 0.1%, previous reading was minus 0.4%, and the actual number that we got is 0.1%, which actually met the expectation. While the CPI came in exactly as forecasted, the forecast was 0.1 and the actual number was also 0.1. The USD CAD dropped after the release, suggesting that the market interpreted the data as supportive for Canadian dollar strength. This could be due to market positioning. Traders may have been expecting weaker CPI, so the confirmation of inflation stabilizing gave Canadian dollar a boost. Uh, Second reason would be profit taking on US dollar strength. Given the recent hawkish Fed stance, traders may have unwound US dollar long positions related to USD CAD selling pressure. The third one is the risk sentiment and oil prices. If oil prices rose or global risk sentiment improved, CAD would benefit, pushing USD CAD lower. So the impact on USD CAD is basically a bearish move. That's what we got. So CPI being in line with expectations prevented Canadian dollar weakness, reassuring markets that inflation is stabilizing rather than falling further. This reduces immediate concerns about the Bank of Canada cutting interest rates aggressively, which is Canadian dollar positive. Now, regarding the previous global market trends, let's go over to a price chart, euro dollar and Australian dollar. Okay, so euro USD. Last week, I expected a bullish leg in price action of euro dollar currency pair, and so far market is trying to test the old swing high right over here. So it's almost there to take out the old swing high at 1.0533. And after that, price action is probably going to rise up more in coming trading days. Okay. Then we have the Australian dollar, AUD versus US dollar pair. And I was expecting a bullish leg. So we got a bullish price action actually in AUD USD currency pair. Now price action is actually trying to find support. This resistance level, which is now acting as a support level, is basically providing a good spot for buyers to join an existing uptrend or re-enter into an established uptrend. Okay. Okay, current week macroeconomic events and data releases. We have conference board consumer confidence that is directly related to euro dollar. And then we have the gross domestic product GDP that's related to the US dollar versus Canadian dollar. Okay. Let's move forward. Then we have the global market trends, and I'm going to talk about euro dollar, United States dollar versus Canadian dollar, US dollar, Swiss franc, British pound, and I'm also going to cover some trade setups as well. But let me first talk about the spot gold. So let's take a look at gold chart. I'm going to start from monthly time frame, working my way down to the weekly and then the daily time frame. So if you take a look at the monthly time frame, let me zoom out a little bit. You can see that it's a nice uptrend going on. And if you look at the support levels, Let's go over here, objects list. This is the support. Okay. So you can see price action just keep printing higher swing highs and higher swing lows. Let me adjust these trend lines. So there's basically an uptrend going on in spot gold inside monthly time frame. So monthly time frame is quite bullish. And if we take a look at weekly time frame, we have the same story. I'm going to draw some simple trend lines. People use different types of technical indicators to analyze the price action, but we can draw a simple trend line and it provides us an overview that what the market is trying to do. So you can see both trend lines, they're sloping upwards, and price action just keep printing higher swing highs and higher swing lows. So it's a clear uptrend going on. Let's take a look at daily time frame. And if I remove all of these trend lines and try to draw a trend line from this point, let's zoom in a little bit. We have a nice channel, and market actually managed to break out of this bullish trend channel right over here. This is the 4-hour time frame. Same story. Price action just keep printing higher swing highs and higher swing lows. Now, if you add an indicator, let's apply an oscillator, RSI, relative strength index indicator. I'm going to use a 14-period RSI with the levels of 30 and 70. Let's use a solid color. Okay, we're getting some divergence over here. Price action is moving up and the oscillator is showing a loss in momentum. In other words, the indicator is diverting from current price action. So sooner or later, we are going to get at least a short-term top in medium-term chart like the 4-hour chart, or maybe we also have the same story going on in a 1-hour time frame. Let me go over here. So this area, you see, we got nice divergence. We got a lower high, but price action just keep printing higher swing highs and higher swing lows. So we're getting new highs in price action, but there is no new high with RSI, the relative strength index indicator. So maybe on a short-term basis, price action is going to, turn sideways and then rise back up after that. Okay, next let's take a look at Euro USD and then US dollar versus Canadian dollar. Okay, regarding the euro dollar currency pair, we got this nice downtrend which has actually ended because we got a breakout to the upside. Price action took out this high over here. Let me go over to copy paste. Okay, so we got a breakout above this resistance area, and then we got another breakout right over here. Okay, so price action actually cleared both of these resistance levels. Okay, now the way I see price action is most likely going to clear 1.0533 resistance level. So the chances are it's going to resume the bullish trend. It's going to rise up more. Let me take off some of these trend lines. This is not the first time euro is trying to rise, because we got this bullish leg. This was the first leg, okay, and then we got a pullback. So the chances are pretty high that price action is going to print the second bullish leg, okay. So that is the reason I was talking about. Okay, so we're getting this breakout sooner or later. In euro dollar currency pair. Okay, so I would say my forecast is bullish based on this trend analysis. The chances are high that it's going to rise up further. Next, we have the USD versus Canadian dollar. So let's take a look at USDCAD. I was expecting a pullback based on last week price action, and we got the pullback. So basically what's going on is that the support, once market takes out the support level, the same support turns into a resistance level, and people actually look for sell trades at or around the resistance level. A support is a level which attract buyers, but once market manages to break through it, then the same support, it start acting as a resistance area. So the way I see USD CAD is most likely going to drop, especially based on the uh, last week fundamental news that we got. Next is the US dollar Swiss franc. Okay, USD Swiss franc. Last week we discussed that we could get a drop in price action, or we could get a bounce back up, but the way I see price action is rising. No, it's not rising. It's falling down. So we got the break below the support level. Okay. So the way I see it's going to continue the decline, and this makes sense because euro dollar currency pair is moving up. This means we are getting weakness overall in United States dollar pairs. So United States dollar is becoming weak and the euro is becoming strong. So that is the reason why we got a drop in USD CAD currency pair, and same story inside US dollar versus Swiss franc currency pair. Next one is the British pound versus United States dollar. GBP USD currency pair. Okay, right over here, this is the resistance level, and market manages to break through it. And now, a few days ago, the same support acted, the same resistance now acted as a resistance. The support area, the resistance turns into support, and that's a good spot for buyers. So if we get a pullback at or around 1.2571 area, then that might be a good spot to look for possible buy trades. I'm going to discuss about potential trade setups as well in a minute. So it's quite possible that a GBP USD currency pair is most likely going to create a short-term pullback, and after that price action is going to rise up more in coming trading days. So this is the GBP USD currency pair daily time frame. Now I'm going to discuss about some potential trade setups. So as far as the trading is concerned, the trade setup number one is euro versus US dollar. And euro USD has been moving sideways for a few days, but has just reached near to old swing high this week, signaling some potential bullish momentum. The market may be reacting to weaker than expected US data or a shift in market sentiment away from the US dollar. Now, the key price levels. We have a key support area at 1.02. Let me write it down. 1.0211. That's the key support level down over here. And we have a resistance right over here at 1.0533. Let me adjust this one as well. 1.0533. Okay. So basically, this resistance is based on the old swing high, and the support is based on the old swing low in price action. Now, a breakout above 1.0533 could open the door for further gains. Okay, market is probably going to rise up more. While 1.0277, right around this area, 1.0277. Here's the medium term swing low. So if market is going to create a pullback, which is a rare chance, but it's possible that market tries to create a pullback and then rise back up further. Okay, so if market is going to retest 1.0283 area, that would be a good spot for buyers. So if we get any kind of a pullback over here, you need to watch out for that level. So I would suggest look for a bullish breakout above 1.0533 for a long trade, with the next target around 1.0824 right over here. Then we can look for a possible buy trade if we do get a pullback somewhere around this area. And then market is going to rise up from these lows. Okay. Now, as far as the stop loss is concerned, we should put our stop loss all the way down just below this most prominent swing low at 1.0176 area to limit the risk. If the price reverses, okay, you need to control the risk. The trade could be invalidated if there is a sudden risk on sentiment or positive US economic news, especially if the US dollar strengthens unexpectedly. Since the euro dollar currency pair involves the United States dollar, any changes in the Fed policy pair a stronger US dollar due to rate hike or positive US data pushes down euro dollar, while a weaker US dollar lifts the pair. For buyers, price action should not hit 1.0176 area. Okay. The next trade setup is for the US dollar versus Canadian dollar currency pair, and based on last week data, the USD-CAD, it was going sideways overall, and then we got a break below the support level at 1.4258 level. That was the support, which is now acting as a resistance area. So a pullback over here basically provides you a sell trading opportunity to join the downtrend. Now I'm going to discuss some important levels over here. We have a resistance level right up there at 1.4791. The support, which is already broken at 1.4258. Then we have another one down over here at 1.3980. Now the trade idea over here is to look for a pullback at or around 1.4258, or maybe we might get another one. Maybe market tries to reach 1.4385 level, and if that happens, that would also be a good spot to look for potential, sell trades. Okay, so price action is going to drop from current levels, or it's going to rise up a little bit more to test 1.4385 level. That's also let me just a little bit, 1.4378 level. Okay, so that's the sell trade idea, to look for a pullback. A second idea is to wait for the price action to breaks below the most recent swing low at 1.4150 level, which is going to open the door for further decline towards 1.3980 inside USD CAD currency pair. Now for the stop loss should goes above, I would say, 1.4597 area. So if market is going to move all the way back up to this level, like if we assume price is going to test this level, then we're probably going to get a reversal in market. So price should not hit that level. Okay, and if you are looking for a sell trade, the stop loss should go at or around 1.4597 area. That's the stop loss point. Now the trade could be invalidated if there is sudden risk on sentiment or positive US economic news, especially if the US dollar strengthens unexpectedly. Since the USD CAD involves the uh, US dollar, any changes in Fed policy affect the pair. A stronger US dollar due to rate hike or positive US data pushes the USD CAD currency pair higher, while a weaker USD drops the pair, and so far we're getting a weaker US dollar. So for sellers, watch out for these levels, 1.4258, and another one is 1.4381. Now let me go back to the presentation and let me see if you guys have any questions. And if you have any questions, feel free to type inside the chat box, and I will be happy to answer your questions. Okay, so what you have learned today? Well, I discussed about the euro dollar conference board consumer confidence and the gross domestic, in the GDP. And then we also discussed about the spot gold, euro USD, USD CAD, USD Swiss franc, and GBP USD pairs. These are the assets to watch out for profits. And then I specifically discussed about uh, two trade setups: a buy trade setup in euro dollar, and then a sell trade setup for the USD versus Canadian dollar currency pair. Now, for those who are interested to learn more about trading, you can check out our social media pages, and you can also visit Trade Geek, and you can access free trading courses. They are available online for beginners, intermediate, and expert traders. Thank you for hanging around. See you at the next trading webinar on Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. So that's it for the time being from my side. Have a nice day and see you next week. Bye-bye.